to Temple Buddhist Center's Sunday meditation service. My name is Liz, and I am honored to be of service this morning. Whether you are joining from home via the internet or here in person, we hope our service this morning finds you happy and healthy. But please know, if you are struggling, we hope that Temple Buddhist Center can be a source of refuge for you as we open our hearts to you and your loved ones. Let's begin this morning with a few conscious breaths, taking a few moments to ground, to experience the body, and breathe together. Conscious breathing is where you seal the mouth, breathe deeply through the nose, pause for a moment before releasing slowly, so the exhale is longer than the inhale. Let's begin. Breathing in, pausing for just a moment, feeling the fullness of the lungs, and releasing slowly. And as you release, check in with the body, just being aware of what is present and alive in your body right now. And a second conscious breath. Pausing just a moment, ventilating this precious human form, and then releasing slowly. And as you release, see if you can release any worry or concerns from this week, all of the energy of doing, going, striving, accomplishing. Just allow yourself a few moments to cultivate the energy of being, not doing. And now a third conscious breath together. And releasing slowly. And as you release, taking time to invite into your awareness the present moment, fully arriving at the here and now. Now today is a special day here at TBC. Today we hold a fire puja. This ceremony is designed to help us purify negativity from the old year and to move into the new one with clear hearts and minds. You'll notice that today's order of service is slightly different. While we normally open with chanting, today we'll chant during the puja. So here at TBC, we practice Western Buddhism, a blend of Eastern philosophy and Western psychology. This new and exciting form of spirituality is dynamic, inclusive, active, and focuses on core Buddhist insights, mindfulness, meditation, and their practical application in our daily lives. Our goal isn't to get everyone to agree on one lineage or philosophy. Rather, it's on cultivating a shared experience of mindfulness, oneness, and love. Whether we're chanting, meditating, or sharing from the heart, we respect that you will participate only at a level that feels comfortable for you. We take refuge in the three jewels and acknowledge these core values as expressions of the awakened mind: the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. We value awareness of our own Buddha nature, as well as the Buddha nature of all beings, allowing a new perspective of this and every precious moment. The second jewel is the Dharma, the truth teachings that release us from fear and delusion and help us realize the true nature of who we are. And Sangha, our spiritual community, an essential part of growth, where we practice the teachings together and support each other along every step of the path. So let's take a moment now to silence any electronic devices and prepare for a meditative environment. We will recite the prayer of refuge together 3 times.
In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened, through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened, power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness.
And so, good morning, everyone. So the year ends, and we begin a new circuit around our own beautiful sun star, twirling amidst all the other stars in the galaxy. So take a breath, quiet your heart, and listen deeply. There is so much coming and going, and yet, can you feel how underneath it all is a vast, open, pure silence, a spaciousness that holds everything in its balance? Living in these seasons of change, I feel deep gratitude for the teachings of the Dharma and for being connected to a loving, caring community. In this human experience, there are so many opportunities for us to experience not only the joys and all of the many blessings, but also, of course, the difficulties, personal and collective. Yet with wisdom and an open heart, our personal sufferings can temper us and help us live with dignity and find an indestructible spirit in ourselves. And in the same way, we can learn to bear the difficulties of the world with compassion and courageously do what we can to mend those wounded, those broken places within us. Yet difficulties are never the end of the story. There is always a return of the light. Solstice, Christmas, New Year's, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah are all outer celebrations of an unstoppable renewal that is life itself. Like the flower that pushes up through the snow, you are this life force being reborn every year, every day, every moment, every breath. And while the cable news offers and features the worst of humanity, there are a billion acts of human kindness every hour, every day. Take another breath and sense this truth. Recognize that even our big problems are a part of a long march, asking us to honor our human connection, our interdependence with all of life, realizing that we don't have a life, we are life. Our fears and anxieties can be activated by the news or by office problems and co-workers or neighbors, but they are not who we are. We are consciousness itself, loving awareness, born into this body and having a wild human ride. A most honorable and noble project is to align yourself with compassion, to plant seeds of presence, to use the creative force of your life to bring understanding, awakening, compassion, love, upekkha, or what is known as equanimity, into each and every experience, into each and every encounter. The poet Pablo Neruda explains, you can pick all the flowers, but you cannot stop the spring. Renewal is happening. Remember this year to take quiet time, to listen to your heart, to meditate, to rest amidst the great turnings. Feel the renewal of the new year that can be born within you. Align yourself with gentleness, with peace, understanding, and ease. Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh likes to remind us that understanding is love's other name. Let yourself blossom like a lotus or whatever flower comes to your mind, shining brightly in the world, giving everyone you meet a moment of beauty. And so today, regarding our fire puja, a peaceful ritual fire offering is often performed to pacify the results or the karma or any of the energy that is still carried with us by unskillful acts this past year, by traumas and crises, by moments of unconsciousness. So to remove these obstacles, what are oftentimes referred to in the ancient Buddhist writings as defilements, and to clear space for receiving the blessings yet to come, we offer this fire ritual today. So you may get sometimes through the year, this past year, you may have had arguments, you may have gotten angry with someone, you may have yelled at them, you might have thinking that your anger is justified, but remember, it's just a button that gets pushed within us. The button is ours. And so it is really simply a defilement or an energy knot that can be purified and released in the light of awareness, in the purging fires of awareness. In the original Buddhist teachings, as recorded in the Pali Canon, the major types of defilements, or basically what are known as the three poisons, are, number one, lobha. Lobha, usually translated as desire or greed, that is the energy that suddenly makes certain things appear very, very likable. It's funny, you can notice with the senses, even around food, is it the smell that creates the hunger? Is it something you saw? You saw all of the pastries in the glass box at Panera? That was awkwardly specific, Victor. Is it sight? Our senses can trigger this desire. Something becomes incredibly likable. Oh, I gotta have it. The second of the three poisons is dosa, usually translated as anger or hatred. And this is the defilement or the energy that makes certain things appear very wrong. Very, very wrong. Even evil. And so in our practice, in the Eastern traditions and in Buddhism, there is no right, wrong, good, bad, evil. There is only unconscious. Everything on this planet is just trying to be happy. Unfortunately, many are misguided, and they think that the happiness is out there. And so they try to manipulate the world to bring about what they think is going to make them happy. And for a few moments, maybe it does, but it never lasts. Because there's this hole that can never be filled until we realize that it is within us that we find joy, that we find happiness. Happiness, love, compassion are not out there. They radiate from us. When we're looking out there, it's because we're not able to experience it within ourselves. And the third poison, moha. Moha is usually translated as ignorance or delusion. And this is the defilement or the energy that brings about confusion within us and fear about what is what. Trying to make sense of it all. Never realizing that the truth is the experience and the awareness of what is out there. Remember, our practice is not about the content of our lives. It is about the context of our lives. Our practice is to cultivate the knower, not the things that are known. So during this ceremony, we can choose to focus on releasing some obstacle that you have become aware of in your life. You can release an unskillful pattern of speech and behavior. This is what the little pieces of paper are for, and the pencil. And we have placed books from our lending library in the backs of the seats, so you have something to write on. But throughout the course of the service today, if you happen to really decide that this book is resonating with you, it's from our lending library. Take it home. It might be helpful, though, if you grab another one, replace that one so that the next service has something to write on. And many of you might notice something strange about the papers that we gave you guys. Turns out that my shipment of flash paper, which is what I always use for the fire ritual, is stuck on a plane somewhere in New York. And so our very brilliant digital diva, Liz, when I was lamenting to her that I need a small 2x3 piece of paper that won't provide a lot of smoke or toxicity to be able to do the fire puja with, she had this brilliant idea of picking up packages of what are known as zigzags or rolling papers. And this is an absolutely brilliant moment of brilliance. However, it does make me wonder about what's going to be in the Donna boxes at the end of the service. So thank you so much, Liz, for saving our fire puja. And so, of course, everyone is invited to participate. It is optional. You do not have to. We want you to participate in a way that is meaningful for you, whether that's by writing something on the paper and making an offering to the burning bowl, or simply by bringing to mind and to your heart something you want to release, and embrace that, and simply letting every out-breath, every exhalation releases that into the universe. The universe knows what to do with these things. It provides the vast spaciousness that sometimes we are looking for within our own hearts and minds. So we will begin the ceremony with a dedication of intention. We will move into a short guided meditation, and during this time, that's when you will have time to write down what arises within you. That is when you'll have time to write down what it is that you would like to release and offer to the fire puja. And so we will welcome everyone that wants to come forward. And the way the process will work is we ask that you move to the center of the aisle. And we ask that you walk mindfully, which means you kiss the earth with every step. It's not a means to get somewhere. It's not an attachment to an outcome or a destination. It is presence and mindfulness with every step. When you approach the bowl, and Kristen, who will be our fire monitor, we invite you to take a deep breath. And as you release that breath, as you release what it is that no longer serves you from 2022, we invite you to then place the paper on the metal grate. And as you take a moment to experience the release of the breath, the purging of the fire, as well as the heart's release of what no longer serves you, then if you would kindly turn to your right if you're sitting on this side, left if you're sitting on this side, or right if you're sitting on that side, walk down here and enter from that side. Okay, so that's just kind of the logistics of what we're doing today. Also, if you did not get a piece of paper for the fire puja, please raise your hand and Kristen will come by and bring that to you. And as Kristen is bringing those around, as we prepare to enter into the time of meditation, like I said, there will be a brief guidance. There will be a time of silence, allow you to ground, to sink in, to drop in, to unfold. And again, remember, it's time to simply allow what wants to be released to be released. Sometimes it's not always what you already have in your mind's eye. Sometimes it's what may show up. So see if you can provide that openness to allow that to happen. The actual fire ceremony itself will begin when you hear the chant begin. So when you hear the chanting start, that's when we invite you to move to the center aisle and begin walking up and releasing. And so, with that said, there should be pencils and books in the back. You might need to share them with other people in the row. Again, if you've already written something, that's fine, but if you haven't, then I invite you to allow it to arise within the meditation. And so, with that, we will begin with a dedication of intention. We will sound the bell 3 times for the 3 jewels of the Buddhist practice. The Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And then we will move into the meditation with a guided meditation, silence, and the chant begins the ceremony. Let's take a conscious breath together. Body, speech, and mind in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness, transcend the path of anxiety and sorrow, and realize the true nature of who they are. So whatever you need to do to help partner with the body to find a deeper level of gentleness and ease. Perhaps you take another conscious breath, or perhaps you adjust your posture, whatever is necessary. And as the breath settles in to its natural flow, its natural rhythm, we bring our awareness to the rise and the fall of the tummy. And with every exhalation, we sink a little more deeply into the chair or the cushion. We find a new level of ease, lightness of the body, relaxing the forehead, unfurrowing the eyebrows, letting the shoulders drop and relax. The belly releases and softens. And as you find a new level of relaxation, we can open. The heart opens, the body and the mind open. And we we simply allow whatever arises. It might be a number of thoughts, it might be a sensation or an emotion or a feeling. Whatever arises, whatever is asking you to be released, it may not be what is on your mind. Something else may arise. We simply relax and allow. Not with a sense of getting rid of, not with a sense of aversion, throwing away, discarding. No, it's with a sense of gratitude for whatever it is it's asking to be released is our teacher. It has brought its lesson. It has brought its gift, even though it may have been painful, even though it may have been unpleasant. It has brought us a gift and is no longer needed. So with this sense of gratitude we allow, opening our hearts to what arises. And as we move into the silence, taking your time, and whenever you are ready, you may transfer what is in your heart onto the paper. Breathing, releasing. Sri Guru Deve Name. Sri Guru Deve Name.
Let's take a moment to fully receive the purification of the ceremony before we move into our loving kindness meditation.
And so as we prepare now to move into a time of loving kindness practice or metta practice, it is not uncommon to show an outward expression of this transition by adjusting your posture or taking a conscious breath. And in heart practice, it is also an outward gesture or expression that some people like to do. For example, placing your hand on your heart, or sometimes both hands. Some people like to form the Anjali Mudra, which is the heart focusing that energy of the heart. And others might yet still prefer to simply rest with their hands on their laps, but we invite you to turn palms up in this outward expressive posture or mudra. And so, as we prepare now for the heart practice, the loving kindness practice, let's take a conscious breath together, holding for a moment and releasing. And as you release, I invite you to bring to mind, in your mind's eye, the image of you, a full body image of the form that has been given your name and that has accrued the many experiences over the years. And holding this image in your mind's eye, recite silently to yourself these words of metta practice or loving kindness practice. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be well in body and mind. And may I be at ease and happy. Conscious breath. And as we release that sentiment into the universe, I invite you now to bring to mind the image of a friend of yours. Holding this image of your friend in your mind's eye, let us open our hearts as we send metta. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be well in body and mind. And may you be at ease and happy. Conscious breath. And as you release that sentiment into the universe, I invite you now to bring into your mind's eye the image of an acquaintance, someone new, perhaps at work, new at class. Maybe it was a clerk or a cashier from this week. Perhaps someone new in the Sangha that you have not seen before. And holding this image in your mind's eye, let us open our hearts as we send metta. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be well in body and mind. And may you be at ease and happy. Conscious breath. And as you release that sentiment into the universe, I invite you now to bring into your mind's eye the image of a difficult person in your life, a challenging person. It could be a boss, a coworker, a neighbor, classmate, or a political figure. And holding this image in your mind's eye, let us open our hearts as we send metta. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be well in body and mind. And may you be at ease and happy. Conscious breath. And as you release that sentiment into the universe, I invite you now to bring to mind the image of the world, all the plants and the flowers and the trees, all the animals of the land, the sea, the sky, and all sentient beings, including ourselves. Holding this image in your mind's eye, let us open our hearts as we send metta to us all. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be safe from inner and outer dangers. May we be well in body and mind. And may we be at ease and happy. Conscious breath.
In the true spirit of Dhamma, the Buddhist practice of generosity, temple services are given freely. In the same way, if you choose to give, please give with a generous heart, not in return for something you have received, but so that others who seek refuge in the Sangha may find it here in this temple. Dana boxes are located on the lower floor near the doors and in the front of the balcony. Thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers, and thank you to our TBC ambassadors, those who have committed to regular electronic donations. It's not about the amount. The monthly giving helps us to set a budget here at TBC. If you'd like to become an ambassador, just click on the link on our website or text Unity Temple to 77977. And thank you to Michelle for your beautiful music, and to Victor for leading our services today. Let us prepare now to close our service with the Bodhicitta dedication. May the pure, brilliant sun of Bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably, until all are illumined and awakened. And with our hands together in front of our hearts, let us go forth from this place, entering each moment in innocence, guided by the wisdom of our hearts.
And as we open our hands, open our eyes, shining our light into the world, Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming. Don't forget, our lending library is available not only there, but in all of the pockets in front of you today. I believe there is still coffee and cookies downstairs for fellowship. So if you'd like to go downstairs for tea, coffee, or cookies, our post-service discussion group is when you exit the doors, you go to your left, it's right there in the room at the end of the hallway. There's a sign-up sheet on the counter right outside the meditation hall if you'd like to receive our newsletter or if you'd like to volunteer to help in any way, shape, or form. And my business card and on the daily sheets out there is the email to me for Temple Buddhist Center if you have any questions about TBC. We'd always love to hear from you. And don't forget, on January 22nd is our mala bead making workshop. And so you're going to come on the 22nd at 1 o'clock, and you're going to learn about the history and the origins of the mala beads, the different ways they're used as a meditation tool, and then you're going to have an opportunity to make a set for yourself or as a gift. So that is on January 22nd. So again, thank you everyone so much. Peace, blessings, Happy New Year. That is, we haven't waited, now we have to run it. That's the poster. It's all the secrets of coming.
You got one for me then.
Hey, you guys,